I'm sure they're listening. Thank you. All right.
I will say it too.
Thank you very much. Next question, we'll start off with Erica. And crime seems to be on the increase. What specific steps will you take to make Palmdale a safer place to live, work, and raise a family?
The steps that I've been taking, I've been partnered with the Neighborhood Watch programs, the Business Watch programs, and this isn't just now. I've been in that the only thing is that my area where I live, it's a lot of desert, and so we used to have our own. We never partnered with the city. But I believe that those are huge. A lot of people say those don't work. Well, it's like everything else. If you don't work it and you don't know how, then it's not going to work for you. But if the city has so many programs for safety, for your neighborhood, for your home, that I know that it could work, and I know by partnering up and actually going and asking people to be captains of neighborhood watches is going to make a dent. I know it is. Another thing that's huge around the city is the car theft for those things that they're stealing. Yes, catalytic converters, yes. And so that, I do understand that is not only huge, but
Welcome to the Champions Playbook business consulting firm, where we specialize in multiplying your business sales with our business growth habits and business partnership development. If you are not using business partnerships to grow your business sales, then you are missing out on thousands of dollars every week. Join our free newsletter, Winners Business Partnerships. We will show you how businesses are using partnerships to grow and scale their business, sales, and how you can too. We also have an exclusive business community, the Secret Sales Growth Club Silver. This is an exclusive club that provides you with access to businesses and entrepreneurs that you can partner with to multiply your business sales. You will also get extras like exclusive Silver Club only interviews, weekly sales training, access to exclusive Silver member-only events. Just go to thechampionsplaybooktcp.com to sign up for the newsletter and the Secret Sales Growth Club Silver at the top and bottom of our homepage. We look forward to helping you multiply the sales of your business.
the governor's even taking care of that. Now there's things in place for that, and so I will make sure that whatever's in place for that, that us as a city, that we partake in that. We take all the necessary steps to make sure that those people get caught, and it makes it really hard for them not to do it. The business watch programs, I believe that because a lot of the businesses in Palmdale are mostly Palmdale Boulevard, and there's neighborhoods around them. So I know that if we can keep our neighborhoods safe, our businesses will also have a higher chance of staying safe.
Great, thank you. Lee Jesse, same question.
I certainly agree. A neighborhood watch group, I think, is the number one thing that helps reduce crime in our community in partnership with law enforcement. I am the captain of my neighborhood watch group. I have been doing that for quite some time because I think it's a real strong, effective measure. I also think that there ought to be a real partnership with law enforcement in the sense that law enforcement ought to reflect the community that it represents. So we need more on the beat sheriff interaction. Get them out of the cars and actually directly into the community. I think that's going to help create safer communities. When I know who my deputy is, and I think that's one of the reasons why I believed in districts, just like you need to know who your city council person is, you need to know who your deputy is, who your law enforcement partner is in your community, and that's why neighborhood watch groups do that. I know who my deputy is, we get a chance to talk, we know what's happening in the community, and then they raise us and give us, let us know what's going on in our community. But again, as I've spoken to law enforcement out here, they need training on how to deal with the diversity that's coming up in our community. We have a growing diversity population in our community. African American, Asian, Latino, white, And so the law enforcement, the leadership, has to begin to reflect the diversity of its community. So when I see, and I go to the Palmdale Sheriff Station, and all I see is just white males. When we're in a community that is predominantly Latino, a community that's African American, but I don't see me there. I don't see, our young people don't see themselves there. That's a problem. And that creates more division. It creates more of a divide between the communities. And we gotta be able to break that barrier down, break that wall down, come together and begin to understand our cultural differences, but also respect and appreciate. I think that's what will help our community become much safer.
Thank you. Marcos.
Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Crime seems to be on the increase. What specific steps will you take to make Palmdale a safer city to work, live, and raise a family?
After speaking to Mr. Schaefer, our captain, we had a long conversation. I'll be up front. I've been critical of the department, and rightfully so. Many of them is because what our colleagues here just said. Number one, there's this thing called internal customer service. How you treat your own colleagues, right? We got about 62% and growing growth on the east side, on the totality of Palmdale that are Latinos, right? The issue, the number one issue after speaking with the department is, hey, you want to become a sheriff? You want to be a deputy? Yeah, sure. They go through the hiring process. Hey, the only spot we have available is in Palmdale, Lancaster. They don't want to come up here. And when they do, they live on the west side. So if you want to talk about narrowing the gap and partnering with this department, we must recognize and fund and convince and find a means when you do hire people, make sure that they're, number one, they understand the culture out here, and that they live in the area where they're going to serve. There's what nobody's talking about. And I've already talked to that about with Mr. Schaefer, and he's the one that took Mets teams. A Mets team is going out there to respond to a mental situation in a residence and a call. Simultaneously, you got another call that requires that they have guns or what have you, so we're taking away. They hire Mets representatives, but again, they don't want to work out here. So I challenge the department to find a means to motivate the department, help them with housing, help them with incentives that allows them to live here so we can protect the communities that we serve in a justifiable means. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our next question, we'll start with Jesse, over here on my left. Keep you guys on your toes. All right, so personally, I'm a big proponent of being involved in our community at all levels. What community involvement have you had in the Antelope Valley?
Winning plays every day. TCP will show you the way. Accomplish your goals and never fold. Just follow the winning plays that you've been told. The Champion's Playbook will help you win, and your success will never end. Winning plays, winning plays.